Welcome to the Crypto Lab. Today I'm going to talk about a very special chart. This chart that you see on the screen anticipated the recent crash that we had in May, as you can see. I already talked about this chart, it was in March, so I'm going to refresh your mind and share my new thoughts after the recent events. So without further ado, let's get started. If you're new here, please consider subscribing to the channel and of course, like, comment if you like the content. Thanks for the support. First, let me remind you about the last time that I talked about this chart on this channel. As you can see, it was a video from March, so it was way before the crash. It will be quick, let's listen to 10 seconds of this video. And right now, look what is going on. We have the indicator that is about to cross our channel. So we need to pay attention to this. It should happen at the beginning of April, so we need to pay attention to this. It could be attracted to this point. Okay, so this is the most bearish case. Okay, let me stop it here. So as you can see, when I talked about this, the price was still around $0.78 and it was weeks before the crash. Now that I have your attention, let's have a look at the same chart today. Do you see what I see? This precision. It's amazing, guys. So how did I do it? It's simple. Confluence, confluence, confluence. I will never say it enough. I knew that in March of 2020, when the montain indicator in orange was crossing the channel, so this line passing through the bottom, it was a big confluence point. And the price that touched the bull market support just right here was attracted to this confluence point. Okay, here it was exactly the same scenario. We had a moonshot, we were stopped by this line of the channel, then we had a confluence point again between the montain indicator in orange and the line passing through the bottom. And as you can see, we were attracted to this area again. So for these two reasons, this crash and this second crash, I said that this was a probable scenario. This was the most bearish one when we were still there and we were retesting the bull market support in blue. A possible scenario was this one because we have the montain indicator crossing the line again. Okay, so it was a confluence point and we got attracted to this area again, and it was the third time. So what now? This is the $1 million question. To help us in our analysis, I added this blue line in the chart, which is the bull market support. And you will see this will help us a lot. I remind you that above the bull market support line, we are in a bull market. For example, it was the case here. As you can see, we are above the line, we are in a bull market. And below it, we are in a bear market. And every time that we test it in a bear market, we use it as a resistance, okay? Every time. Here we got rejected, here we got rejected, okay? And if we look at right now, you see that it was the case. We crossed the line and from here, we used it as a resistance, okay? But if you are an old subscriber, you already know about this stuff. That's why today we are going to do something that is a little bit different. I want to bring your attention to the confluence areas between the bull market support and the channel. So let's have a look to what happened in the past. We can start from here. As you can see, we have the bull market support going up and at the same time touching this line from the channel. And the price went from here to here. So it was attracted to this confluence point. And now let's use the same reasoning. Every time that we have the bull market support line crossing the channel, let's have a look at what's happening. For example, you see that here the line is crossing this line and the price went to this area. Again, here we have the line crossing this line and the price went from here to here. It was attracted like a magnet to this area. So you see how powerful this technique is. And we can go on and on and on. Look, if we use the same technique, you see that the bull market support is crossing this line and this time the price was attracted to this confluence point. Okay, and here let's follow the bull market support. it crossed here, okay, here. So here we retested the line, but it wasn't really a confluence point with the other lines of the channel. But here you see that it was a pretty great confluence point, confluence area, let's say, because it was not as precise as here, but it was still a confluence area. And here again, it was a confluence area between the line and the bull market support band, line, sorry, and we were attracted to this. So here is the interesting part. The next confluence point is just right here, as you can see. If we consider the whole area, it is here. So it will happen to July to August. And of course, as I said it every time, it's just a possible scenario. I'm not saying that this is guaranteed, not at all. I'm just saying that we need to pay attention to the clues in the chart, and this is a big clue. And I already showed you why I think that we need to pay attention to these confluence points. They are so powerful. So if it happens in the future, it will not be a surprise. However, there is one condition that we absolutely have to respect to increase the probability of this happening. Did you guess it? We need to hold this line. Okay, this is crucial for the future. Indeed, as you know, this line stopped us after each major crash that we had in the past. Okay, you remember this was the SEC sell-off and it stopped us. Here was the major crash of XRP leading us to the bottom of the cycle, and this line stopped us. But there is more, because if we look at the beginning of the line, you see that this line is going through the very first price of XRP before the very first moonshot of XRP. And these are the reasons why this line is playing a major role in XRP price action. As you can see, we've been holding this line as a support for 4 weeks, which is pretty positive, and we should know very soon if we will bounce from this level or if we will cross the line. I warn you that if we cross the line, we will probably make a new low and we might retest the montain indicator, which is currently around $0.27. But if we manage to remain above the line and to use it as a support, as it is currently the case, we have a great chance to retest this area of confluence, which is the area of confluence between the bull market support in blue and the red line that you see just right here. So it should be around $0.75. In any case, we will have a preview of the decision this month. Indeed, as you know, Bitcoin is about to have a bottom cross just right here. And if we look at the past, you already know that when we have a cross, it's a new low and the very bottom of Bitcoin that is coming. Okay, here it was exactly the same thing, cross, bottom. Okay, so right now, this is major for Bitcoin because this will decide of the future of the market. So that's why we have a pause from Bitcoin just right here. And it seems that the yellow line is turning to the upside. Okay, but this is not enough. The yellow line is getting closer to the green line. So we need to pay attention to this. But if Bitcoin wants to avoid the cross, it has to go up from now to the coming weeks. And of course, if we have a cross, Bitcoin will probably have a new low. So XRP will probably have a new low and the whole market will have a new low, right? But if Bitcoin is able to avoid the cross, then this will push the market, the entire market, to the upside, included XRP. So let me know your thoughts in the comments. Are you more bullish or bearish, and why? Give me a thumbs up if you liked the video. Don't forget to subscribe and to hit the notification bell. That's all for today, and as always, time will tell.